And so you've arrived. I was afraid you would have forgotten where we were to meet. Though that is rather silly of me. You've never disappointed me thus far. Unless being in high demand is considered as such. Well, I am most pleased that you are available today. Through the clamor and commotion, I decided that I wanted to show you something new. Something you perhaps have not had the pleasure of experiencing. Of course, you are someone who I would consider very deserving of this experience. I'm taking you to someplace very luxurious and private, away from the bustle of the main city. It will also act as a cultural experience and lesson, since you can never seem to get enough of those. Please, I would hardly consider that a problem. I believe that someone of high education and the will to learn is a person of value. And you are one who I have noticed that persists, to learn and to grow. Continuance is power. Simply put, continuity is the father of success. Persistence pays off. Going by this saying is a key to any level of success. That said, I didn't invite you here to lecture you. This is something of a reward. Follow me. You're tense. Fear not. I haven't led you astray yet, have I? I see you still brought your everyday wear. This shouldn't be a problem, as you'll get a change of clothes. They will also be washing and pressing your current attire. Why so cautious? Have you never been to places that require special attire? Part of me finds that quite difficult to believe. I'm sure you've attended many wonderful formal events with a dress code to match. You haven't? Well, that will have to be something to change in the near future. The cherry blossoms are beginning to bloom. They look even more delightful on the mountainside. The significance of a cherry blossom tree in Inuzuma's culture dates hundreds of thousands of years. It represents the fragility and beauty of life. A reminder that life can be overwhelmingly beautiful, but that it may also be tragically short. I suppose I should have looked closer at cherry blossoms while in my state of meditation. Something so small could have told me that nothing beautiful can last forever, or an eternity. Such a small thing. How scholarly of it to hold such a large lesson and put it so simply. I suppose you think of me as a fool, if only sometimes, watching me strive for a reality that isn't possible. I couldn't be upset if you did, for you were right. Regardless, I'm hoping that by showing you some of the wonders that Inazuma has to offer, you may think of me in a better light. We're just steps away. Yes, that building just ahead, if you can see it. That is where we're headed. Though it looks quite small from this distance, once the trees clear and we reach the top steps, you will be quite awestruck, I think. A hint? I don't think I will. Only because I already have given you one. If you remember the comment on your attire, you would have had a good chance at coming to a conclusion. It seems you almost have the right idea. It's known as an onsen, and you will see its beauty right up this way. It's quite beautiful, isn't it? They keep the foliage immaculately trimmed, and the gardens pruned and primmed perfectly. I demand that an immense amount of care goes into keeping these grounds to my standards. It is seen as a duty of mine to assure that the quality of upkeep is commendable, though this time I wanted to use you as a second set of eyes. In other words, you will also be judging the property alongside me today. Though you will be doing work in the technical sense, this is far from any work that you've ever done for me before. It might be the closest you've seen to a vacation in a long, long time. But we begin our assessment here, with the main entrance. The gate is scrubbed by the workers daily to assure no greenery creeps its way up the walls, and it seems they have met expectations. What do you think of the garden? It has always been noted that the entrance is to be grand and awe-inspiring. The scent of the onsen should lightly tickle your sense of smell, while the lush foliage is a feast for your eyes. Would you say it meets that standard? Precisely my thoughts. And though you find this to be stunning, the most true test in visiting is the service and atmosphere inside. Since you've never been, I will instruct you and allow you to follow me. Through these gates, there will be another set of wonderful gardens. We will continue forward to a room for you to change into the correct attire, and an assistant can help you until that point. Yes, just through this entrance. Since the onsen is reserved for very few people and celebratory occasions, there is only one room to disrobe. This won't be a problem, will it? To question whether I would respect your privacy is almost insulting. You are an esteemed guest, and I will treat you as such. And I expect that same level of respect from you as well. There are robes for you to change into resting on the seat to your right. Put it on, and you may meet me through the door across from you. Ah, the robe fits you well. Is it comfortable? I'm glad to hear. The design was made by me many, many decades ago, and it is something I take great pride in. They are handmade in Inazuma by one local seamstress who was with us for many good years. Don't be alarmed. She is resting peacefully and passed in her sleep. Her family has carried on her knowledge of the craft and remains in charge of creating important garments. I apologize for not making myself clear. Now, since this is your first time visiting, you may enter first. I can answer any questions you may have once you get comfortable. It is customary to remove your robes before entering the water. Though if you'd like, I may give you a towel. Or perhaps I should have entered first to show you? I suppose I am acquainted with this practice much more than you, so you may follow my lead. Your turn. Tread carefully. There may be water around the outside of the stairs. Come, there's no need to be nervous. I will educate you on why we partake in onsens, but I first need you to get comfortable. Yes, the water is quite warm. It allows you to fully relax your muscles and find true tranquility. Your face is very red. Are you all right? I see. I suppose you are getting used to the temperature difference. May I ask why you sit so far away? You're more than welcome to come closer. I would actually prefer it. It's unseemly to shout in the bathhouse. It disturbs the peace. My peace, specifically. Now please, come closer. I have the most wonderful view. You can see the tree line, the ocean, and everything in between. The way the foliage is set around us also shades us from having any intense sunlight, so you need not worry of your skin burning. The redness in your cheeks will fade once we finish as well. The smell. Ah, yes. The natural scent is rather interesting. I suppose I've stopped questioning after so many decades. Though this Onsen specifically has a scent that is rather subtle in comparison to the others I've visited. The baths of Yashiori have a distinctly bitter scent that is much stronger than here. It is due to the natural gases, as all of the water in these baths come from an underground process. They are heated completely naturally, which is quite remarkable when you think on it. Yes, it may take some time to get used to, but hopefully not for too long. This particular bath is very special in the sense that it has a very high level of purity. You can confirm this by looking at the water's color. The more clear it is, the weaker the smell is. I see you've already noticed how transparent the water is, though. Pay me no mind. I haven't had company here in an eon or so. It's pleasant having someone to share this with again. And I'm glad it's with you. Why do we have onsens? An interesting question. Though the answer isn't anything complex. Inazuma has loved the onsen for as long as I can remember. It's a comfort for both the mind and the body. Some even call it the water of the gods. Presumably because of how quickly it puts aches and pains at ease. It holds an incredible restorative power, and you can often see the difference on people's faces when they depart. That varies person to person. Some stay for just an hour, while others can soak for much, much longer. I prefer no longer than 3, but that again is completely a preference. You only need to tell me when you wish to depart, and we will leave. I take it you're enjoying yourself then? I am glad to be the one to show you this new experience. It is nice to have someone to converse with. I'm accustomed to meditating by myself usually, but this is a refreshing change. Yes, I meditate here frequently. I find this to be the perfect place. The air is tranquil, the water is inviting, and it has proven to be a place of peace. I relax my head and enjoy the songs of nature. The breeze softly sweeping through the branches, the gentle sound of the waves crashing on the shore. It is a delight. Of course, you are more than welcome to join me in tranquil silence. Please, come close and rest your head. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. There is a saying that I can recall that can be applied wonderfully here. Drink your tea slowly and reverently, as if it is the axis on which the world revolves, slowly, evenly, without rushing toward the future. Sometimes clearing one's mind is the best strategy to success. Always keep a clear mind, as clear as the vast sky. You will then have the power to fill yourself with the power of wisdom and enlightenment. You sometimes will slowly feel yourself get lost in the sound around you and sink deeper and deeper into meaningful relaxation. Do you feel it? Ah, then I will leave you to enjoy the peace. I too will sink into meditation.
Guys, this is Gentle GF. Thank you so much for watching. I know a bunch of people are super excited for Raiden Shogun's banner re-release, so I wanted to do another audio for her. I really wanted to do something that was really ambiance heavy, so this week I hope this one helps you kind of tune out and relax. If you did like this one, go ahead and give this video a like and hit subscribe. If you're looking to support me on other platforms, you can follow me on Twitter, Ko-fi, or TikTok. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Mwah!